Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since we took a look at Grey Zone Warfare after it released in early access this year, and what a better time to do so because their long awaited and, well, much anticipated Night Ops update is going to be releasing pretty soon. I don't have a release date for you yet, but what we do have is some exclusive footage that the guys over at Mabfinger Games were kind enough to send my way, and a bunch of details as to what exactly is included in it. Before we begin though, if you guys do enjoy the content here on the channel, hit the sub button guys. I'm going to continue to cover this game alongside Battlefield and Delta Force going forward here, and I really think this game is going to improve a lot over the coming year. So, let's just jump straight in here. As you've probably gathered by now, the main focal point of this update is to bring nighttime to the game, but not just nighttime, but a full day-night cycle complete with a new timer to show you the current time of day. Now, that may not be the most groundbreaking feature in games these days, but a lot of the stuff that it brings with it is, at least to me. So, firstly, the game's aesthetic and the atmosphere are going to change dramatically. I don't really know what wizardry they pulled off with this, but they've actually mapped all the stars in the sky that you would see if you were in Lao, and then they have them move in relation to the Earth. Well, obviously the stars aren't really moving, but you know, you get my point, and the footage in the background is sped up here just to demonstrate that. So yeah, I think it looks pretty darn cool. It's also going to bring with it an array of new equipment that will aid you in your night operations, and that is really going to help emphasize a lot of that engaging and tactical gameplay that this game does so well. So of course, you've got night vision goggles. These are going to be a crucial part of your loadout during night operations and give you a big advantage over your enemy. So I really like the way that they've done these here. I haven't played too many realistic shooters myself, but after having played so many games where your entire screen just goes green whenever you equip night vision goggles, having a more pragmatic approach like this that actually gives a realistic representation of what it would be like to wear these goggles with the one tube, I think it looks really cool, and it's clearly something that will give you an advantage in certain situations, yes, but it can be a bit of a burden at the same time. It really messes with your other visibility, and I think that's what they wanted to go for here, to mimic the real world limitations and capabilities of this technology. I gotta say though, I could do without all of the little flickering white dots. Realistic or not, that does look pretty annoying. Fear not though, because they also have white phosphor night vision goggles that have two tubes instead of one, and they are much easier on the eyes than the green, although probably not quite as good at seeing in those very dark areas, but I think they deal with bright lights and such much better. So I think it's going to be very rewarding to be able to take advantage of the nighttime to outmaneuver your enemy, and now for anybody thinking, well, Ghost, won't they just turn around and shoot me anyways because the AI is OP and they just beam you across the map? Well, we'll get to that a little bit further in the video because there are some changes coming there as well. Now, we've also got flashlights here, and once again, I gotta say, man, the atmosphere that these create here just looks so cool. So outside of the obvious use case of illuminating your path forward, you can use them to momentarily blind enemies, signal teammates, or search for hidden enemies in shadowy corners. But they are going to come with a huge risk for all of that visibility, of course. You're going to be giving away your position, not just to the AI, but also potentially enemy players, should you be playing on a PvP server, so something to consider there. Lasers are going to be coming as well. Not only are these going to allow you to use your weapon a lot more precisely without a cumbersome sight at nighttime, but you can use them to signal your teammates, point out targets, and it just adds an extra layer of customization to the weapons, which is always nice. And then we've got my favorite thing here, the tracer rounds. These just look awesome. It's hard to tell in this clip, honestly, but I think we even see a few ricochets there, but finally, you're going to be able to tell where the enemy are actually shooting you from, even if they're behind vegetation or a tree or some leaves, something like that. Well, you know, that is to say if they're using them as well, of course. But additionally, you get that instant feedback about where your rounds are going. Your teammates can see where your rounds are going as well. And who just doesn't love seeing a firefight with tracers flying everywhere, right? So that's all of the night stuff there, but there's also a little bit more here coming in update 0.2 as well. So first off, they are adding more points of interest to the map. So, you know, if you're one of those people who was already completed every task in the game multiple times, I know you're out there, and you know it like the back of your hand, then there's something new for you here. And for those of you who haven't done that like me, well, it just makes the world of Lemang that much more dense with content, which is always a good thing. Then there's a new weapon coming as well, the MP5. Super iconic weapon, of course, super nostalgic. Who doesn't love an MP5? And this is going to fill the role of a more adaptive weapon for both close and medium range engagements, and it's going to have a wide range of attachments available so that you can modify it to suit your own playstyle. But that isn't the only weapon coming here. They do say they will be adding additional weapons in 0.2, but they have yet to be announced, so keep an eye on the channel, guys. I'll do my best to keep you updated, and they have said that are going to be some more updates coming in the near future, and hopefully fairly soon a actual release date for 0.2 as well. Furthermore, they're also adding a bunch of highly requested features and fixes, including addressing the aimbot AI, everybody's favorite thing there, reducing LZ wait times, rebalancing the economy, rebalancing player progression. They're going to add an ADS toggle option as well, and then high value loot will be in Night Ops, and plenty more features that will be discussed in the future here. To that end, presumably because they are making so many changes to the game here, a lot of tasks have been slightly revamped over the various patches and iterations of the game. Vendor stock is going to be updated, and the economy is getting rebalanced there as well as player progression. There is going to be a wipe. Everybody will be starting fresh and picking their faction again, but you will still retain all of the gear received from your chosen edition of the game that you purchased. So no need to worry about that. You'll get that again on the new wipe there. So personally, I'm pretty stoked to jump back into this game in the new update. It is an early access game. It's not perfect, and as such, I decided for me to put it down after I'd completed about 50 tasks or so, just so that I could wait for improvements. I didn't want to get frustrated with the game. I sort of thought to myself, okay, you know, if I'm having some issues with it, I'm just going to put it down and I'm going to wait until it improves. And well, I think the time has come to pick it back up again and give it a try once 0.2 rolls around. But that is going to do it from me here for today. Drop a sub if you want to stay up to date with the game, guys, and let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. Are you going to hop in the game and give it another go? Cheers for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.